you're looking for a great weekend away, something to do during the school holidays, or just a great holiday, let me show you around Curramine Beach. So I have Tracy Patterson here, who is the accommodation manager at King Reef Resort. Tell me, Tracy, what do families need to know when they're coming to Curramine Beach to stay at King Reef Resort?
Look, I think the biggest thing and the biggest piece of advice I can give any family, Brie, is to bring lots of sunscreen and lots of towels, because the children go from the resort and the accommodation across this grass to the beach. They play in the rock pools, they get wet, they get sandy. You can bring them back here, hose them off at the deck, and the minute you've got them dry and clean again, they run straight back out there and do it all over again. So lots of sunscreen, hats and towels.
Right, and they're always in the pool or on your slide as well, which is fantastic. So why should families come to Curramine Beach for a holiday then?
Oh look, Curramine Beach isn't your typical glitzy seaside resort. It's more 3-star than 5-star. And if you like touristy cafes and glitz and glamour, then Curramine Beach probably isn't for you or your family. But it is very relaxing, very laid back. It's a big fishing town. I always joke with people that the greeting around here is not good day, it's more like bin fishing. So it's a great place to teach your kids to fish. And kids can just be kids. Dads can go fishing and mum can actually enjoy a good book and a glass of red. Yes,
I've not seen my children pretty much the whole time I've been here, and it's safe enough that the kids can just run around, and you just kind of check on them every like 20 minutes to see if they're not getting into any mischief.
And it's really good, you know, if they're getting into any mischief, because the locals will tell you before you even find out. They get to you first.
So tell me then, what do you need to bring besides sunscreen? Like if you're staying in one of the cabins here or camping, what are the few things that parents should not leave home without? Besides hats and sunscreen and swimmers.
Hats and sunscreen, swimmers, and lots of snacks for the kids. I don't know what it is about sea air, but it makes the kids incredibly hungry.
Yes.
They're always on the go and they need to just replenish that energy. It seems a constant grazing type of food. The cabins are all self-contained, so they've got stoves, they've got microwaves, they've got large fridges, and they've got most of the things in there that you need to survive for a weekend. We do also have a cafe and the restaurant on site. So
there's a cafe and a restaurant. So the cafe's BYO, I noticed as well.
Yeah, BYO, and it's interchangeable because we own both. You can take drinks from the bar to the cafe, or you can take food from the cafe to the rest to the bar.
That's great.
So yeah, really flexible. Totally Curramine Beach laid back. Not too many rules and regulations. In fact, we do tend to play by our own rules down here. So yeah, very free and easy.
So what are the facilities here? So we've mentioned the great cabins, there's camping. What else?
Well, look, the best thing about this resort is it's absolute beachfront. So that's the main thing that people stay here for. We've got cabins and a beautiful beach house right on the beachfront. We've got some beachfront caravan sites, and our park's really large, so you're not squashed in and jammed on top of each other. We can take the biggest of caravans. Most of them can actually drive onto the site, so that saves those family arguments while you're trying to set up. And we've got the great pool here that's always cool and shady with lots of water fountains. And we've now got a new inflatable slide that's a water slide in summer and a dry slide for the kids in winter.
And you've got some great bikes as well that the kids can ride on.
Great family bikes. In fact, I think the kids are about to ride past on one now, which would be great timing.
That would be great timing, yes. And the food at the pub is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great food, just pub food. We have got some new chefs in and they're working really hard to try and just lift their game a little bit. We do kids' meals and we try and get them brought out to you first. And the great thing about Curramine Beach is it's a real community. So once the kids have eaten, they can go out and play with the other kids, and the older kids play with the younger ones. And they just love it. We've got the marquee now, which is actually for special events. But when the weather's not so good, it's a great play area for kids after dinner.
And I also noticed that you have some special times of year as well, so you can walk out to the reef a couple of times a year. When's that?
Yeah, on the winter low tide. So we've got some in June, July, August and September, and the July ones are over the school holidays and they're on weekends. So when the tides are low enough, it's only 800 metres out to the reef. We can actually walk people out there, and it's just like exploring like millions of rock pools when you were a kid. And we've seen so many. I've seen seahorses out there, sea snakes, we see turtles all the time, rays, sea slugs, cucumbers,
starfish,
huge starfish, and pinks and reds, and they're about the size of dinner plates. It is a really, really unique North Queensland experience.
So that's the walk to the reef, King Reef, which happens a couple of times a year. Then you've got some markets, I've noticed as well now.
Yeah, we do twilight markets on the beachfront on the third Friday of every month.
Okay.
And it's a great atmosphere. You can actually do retail therapy, listening to the waves, and we even babysit your husband at the bar.
Perfect. What more could you wish for?
That's right, retail therapy with no interruptions.
And the kids are occupied. Ladies, this is the place to be on the third Friday night of the month. Anything else that I've missed with beautiful Curramine Beach?
Yeah, look, we have lots of events going on here now. We do, on the last Saturday of the month, we do an international street food fair out on the front lawn. So that's just tasting plates from around the world. So it's $5 per tasting plate or $5 per international beer. So you can tie it all together and have a really nice Curramine Beach experience right out on the lawn. We've got a colour run coming up as well in July. It's going to be amazing. We're running all along this beachfront track. Well, everyone's saying colour run, but I'm going colour casual stroll. But it should be lots and lots of fun.
So if you're looking for a really great place to stay with your family for a weekend, for a long weekend, for the school holidays, or just for any time of year really, come and see Tracy and the team at King Reef Resort and have a fantastic time if you come here.